coming at you live from the 93.7 The Ticket studio. This is Choppin' It Up with Chubb, the soulful way, introducing you to some of the best local restaurants across Lincoln. Powered by Nebraska Knockerball, HealthLink, and Coalition Restoration. Here's your host, Chef Manuel Chubb Hurd.
Text in the Starter Heyman Jeweler text line at 402-464-5685 or stream us live on YouTube, X, Allo Cable Channel 961, and Facebook. What's everybody doing today, man? I hope you're having a good day. Today we have a great guest in the building, man. I've been trying to get this guy on since last year, and finally our schedule's coordinated. And I'd like to bring everybody from Tacos Los Hermanos, my friend Guti Sanchez. Guti, how you doing, brother?
We're doing good. We're doing good. Thank you for having me today. And I know you've been asking me since beginning of the year, since we kind of opened up. And, you know, it's we've been busy. You've been busy. So, but we're glad we got it taken care of.
Man, some people just don't know that the field that we're in, you know, cooking and owning a restaurant, man, it's brutal. It's brutal out there.
Yes, agree.
And but man, I'm glad to see, you know, you started off on a food truck. Well, before that, man, I want you to just tell me a little bit about yourself, man, where you grew up and all that.
You know, I was born in Florida, but been raised here in Nebraska, and but I feel like I was born in Nebraska because they brought me when I was 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a Nebraskan, and I was raised in Grand Island. I lived there my whole life. I just moved to Lincoln 8 months ago, and that's how long we've been in business for at the restaurant, about 8 months. So I mean, and there was a huge change for me, but you know, I'm always ready for changes and whatever's the best for me and my family.
Correct. Now, how many kids you got?
I got two boys, a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old. Okay,
so it's the 5-year-old one, man. That dude's gonna be something else when he gets older. I remember 2 months ago, you guys was making some. I call them LA street dogs because that's what they was in California.
We call them the Mexi hot dogs. We just it's a sausage wrapped in bacon, and then we put like bell peppers, and you got choice of mayo, mustard, ketchup, and some people like hot Cheetos goes on anything nowadays, you know. So some people want to put the hot Cheetos or not, you know. They you know, summer was here, so you know they wanted to do something extra, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, we have a lot of stuff to do. We can do it at the restaurant, but I want them to they can do their own little things.
Right.
Catch on something. I'm like, you guys want to do hot dogs? They're like, yeah, we'll do it. I'm like, all right, let's go to the store. You know, we'll get what you guys need. And then they went on themselves, you know. They paid me. I helped them out to get them going. They paid me back, and now they have to, whatever they sell, they have to restock and stuff like that. Right. They like it, you know.
That's a good thing, man. Yeah. So now the other two kids, it was 3 of them. So it was your 5-year-old, right? And then was that
my 15-year-old, and his other one is their friend.
Okay, because you would talk to him, and the older ones were shy.
Yeah.
And the little one, I was like, look at this dude. He gonna be a salesman. Like he was like, we got this. And I was like, that's what's up, man. So,
my little one is something else. He's not shy to talk. He's always out there. My oldest one, he's more shy. He's more quiet. But the little one, he's something else.
So Tacos Los Hermanos, how did that come about?
So we opened up in Grand Island in 2017, like November, almost the end of the year, kind of 2018. We opened up as a market, and we were called Los Hermanos Market, which we were not, no food. It was a market, like a little Latino store where we had like a little deli where we sold a little bit of meat. We sold vegetables. We sold we had 2 aisles of merchandise. We sold milk. You know, small business. You know, me and my brother wanted more traffic. You know, we wanted more traffic.
No, that was like marinated meats and stuff like that, right? Is that what you did?
Yep.
So in California, I don't know if it's the same here, and I don't even know this word, so correct me if I'm wrong, but it's a carne asada?
We sold carne asada, ranchera, chicken, and all that stuff.
But the store, is that, do they call it like a carniceria, something like that?
Yeah, carniceria.
Okay.
Yeah, carniceria. Yeah.
And that's just what does that mean? Is that a small market or a meat market?
Yeah, meat market.
Okay.
Meat market, vegetables, and then we had a little snack area. What we do over there, the little snacks, maybe like 5 by 8 or somewhere like that, small. Just sold a little bit of snacks, and then you know I still did full time, and I did the store. And when I got off work, my brother was doing that by itself, and I was still working from my job to there, and then we wanted more traffic to come in, so we started making carnitas outside. Carnitas. We didn't know how to make carnitas. You know, a friend of us said, we called my uncle in Mexico. He sells carnitas over there. So I'm like, hey, uncle, you know, we're trying to bring more traffic in the store. How do you make carnitas? All right, FaceTime me. Do this, do that, do this, do that. Blah blah. We popped up a tent. We went to we had stores, but we went to the store and it wasn't handmade tortilla. It was just by the store.
Okay.
I mean the store
Bought.
Yeah, we just had like 3 toppings: onion, cilantro, red sauce. We sold it by the pound or per taco. We only did this Saturday and Sunday, and then it was going good. People loved it. They liked the carnitas. So like, all right. So a friend of mine came in. He's like, hey man, I'll sell you my grill. That grill I have out there, that black one.
Yeah.
And it was like, man, I mean, what do I want that for? We can throw steak tacos. I'm like, nah, I'm just trying to do this for now, bring more traffic in, blah, blah, blah. He's like, go ahead. I'm like, man, I don't got no money right now. He's like, pay me when you can.
Sure.
I'm like, all right, drop it off there. I left it. We chopped some meat up. We seasoned it, and we started selling now the carnita tacos and the carne asada tacos. And then we were doing it now Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then one time, while I was working, I got laid off from my job. So I was like, so what am I gonna do now? I was like, so I look for another part-time and do both, because I mean, the store wasn't doing enough for us, both of us, to make a living. So at the end, I'm like, I told my brother, we're already doing this Friday and Saturday and Sunday, and people are asking for this during the day. I mean, during every day, and we don't have it. We only have it on weekends. I'm like, why not do it every day? So when I got laid off, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it every day now. And it was outside our store because we didn't have a kitchen inside. So at the end, it was going good. I started doing it every day, and then I seen those birria tacos. They call them birria tacos quesadillas in California. They started making the ones with the consomme. This was, I remember the day too, August 19th of 2019. I told my mom, you think we can make these? She's like, we can try. So, I mean, we're like, well, we don't have a grill, So I went to Walmart and bought those griddles. I know what you're talking about. They're like $300 probably now. We went and bought one of those.
The Blackstone or whatever?
Blackstone propane.
Yeah.
Turned it on and started doing those tacos there on that griddle. And, like everything, the first 2-3 orders, I didn't really like them. I told Mom, let's do another one. She did another one. I'm like, you know what? I think these will be a hit. So I'm like, let's go for it. Posted a picture. People tried it. And then just from there, business has took off. And thank to God, I mean, people still love it. Till this day, those are our number one sellers. And then from there, we just started doing it every day. We started removing the store little by little because we no longer are a market. We removed one aisle. Then a month later, another aisle. Then 3 months later, the whole 8-door fridge. And then at the end, we just removed everything, put tables in there, and just turned it into a smaller restaurant. The one in Grand's it's a lot smaller. It's nothing like.
And it's here. It's the same spot where the market was.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's the same spot. We ended up taking the market. We took a loss, but like I said, you lose and you win. So, but it was a loss, but we gained it back. So now we just do the food with the paleteria. So we were Los Hermanos Market. So I'm like, you know what? To not change the whole name, let's just put Tacos Los Hermanos, because we're not a market no more. We can't keep calling it a market. So we just kept it the brothers still, and we just kept it now Tacos. And because me and my brother started this together.
So now he's running the one out there?
Yeah. Okay.
And now when you guys came out here in the truck, you had a couple people. Now, was one of those your brother?
No, my brother always stayed in Grand Island. When I came out here when I started coming to Lincoln about, I can say 3 or 4 years ago, I got invited to Longwell's. The owner I had a couple of friends that hanged out there, and the owner's like, hey, tell your buddy in Grand Island if he wants to come out and sell those tacos, Tijuana tacos during Husker season. He asked me one year. We were busy over there in Grand Island already. I'm like, I don't got that much help. I can't go, And then he asked me again next year. I'm like, you know what? Let's go. I'm gonna do it. He's only come for 3 months. Friday, Saturday, 11 to 6. All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
We came for 3 months and ended up staying a whole year here in Lincoln doing that Friday, Saturday.
I remember that. And then you came into my store to support me first.
Yep.
And then that's how we met. Yep. And then I went to yours, and then you was telling me you drove every day from Grand Island. I was like, man, that's love.
Yeah. Then after that Longwell's, I bought a food truck. Then I'm like, I want to go to other towns and let them try my food. I went to Hastings. I went to Kearney, Lexington. I did that for like 3 months. It was not bad, but honestly, that driving back and forth,
I bet
it was wearing me out. And then
because cooking alone, I mean, you was open what 6-7 hours?
Yeah,
and then cooking, so you had to drive and then stay up that time and cook, which wears you out. In the heat, that wears you out. Then you got to drive all the way back, clean up everything, prep for the next day.
So,
like, that's a lot, man.
Yep. So then after that, I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go. I need to park this truck somewhere where I just take the food ready. I think it's a lot easier. If you once you build your name good,
Mhm.
you give good quality, you treat your customers good, people are gonna follow you.
Yeah.
So that's when I decided to open one in Lincoln. Why Lincoln? Because I was already in Grand. I had the opportunity to open one in Hastings or Kearney, but I was like, that's smaller than GI. I mean, Grand Island's, I think the population is about 60. So I'm like, Kearney, Hastings is a lot smaller. I'm like, I want something bigger. So I was like, Lincoln is my next closest spot. So it's only an hour away. So I was like, I think Lincoln is my next shot, because I already started selling tacos at Longwell's. I already had built customers there too, and that's one. And I think Lincoln needed this because I see there's not a lot of variety of food here in Lincoln. There is, but I honestly think Grand Island has more variety of food, and it's a smaller town. I love Lincoln, and Lincoln's been treating me well, and I'm glad I came over here and made this move, and Lincoln has been good to me, and we'll see what's next.
Lincoln's a good place, man.
Yeah.
I'm from Los Angeles.
Yep.
So I came out here in 2014 to start the food truck.
Okay.
Well, start a restaurant.
Yep.
Food truck wasn't even on my radar. But then, the job that I do, I take care of individuals with disabilities.
Yep.
That's good money. I got addicted to the money and kind of kept setting my dream in the back burner. And so one day my wife's just like, you know what, enough is enough. We came out here for a reason, and you're letting it go. And she's all, I'm not going to allow you to do that. And that was the little flame that took off on that, that firecracker. And I've been going full force ever since, man. So
Yep. No, you're fine. And then I started doing it 3 months, and then that's when I started coming to Lincoln. And I was driving around one day, and I seen that spot on Havelock where we're at right now. I seen it all boarded up. I'm like, man, that's a perfect spot. I already had a vision, when I seen it, and that I'm like, I asked a realtor here in town, a friend of mine here. I'm like, can you get a hold of your realtor and see if they're selling it and renting it? I don't know whatever they're doing with it. And then Casey's owned it at that time. They said no, they weren't selling that. They'll let me know. I'm like, all right, that's fine. So I was still doing around town. 6 months later, Casey's got a hold of that realtor. He's like, hey, is your friend still interested in that building? I'm like, he's like, are you still interested? He said, yeah. I'm like, so we made a deal, and we bought the building, and the building wasn't, it was a Casey's and a Subway, and everything was out. So in order for me to open, I had to hire an engineer. We had to renovate everything from hoods, flooring.
No, they didn't have a hood in there, right? Because they just had a pizza oven in there.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah,
okay.
They had a pizza oven. Nothing was in there. It was an empty. The bathrooms, I had to redo them, throw them, because I had my capacity that was going to be in there. But we had to renovate everything. So when I bought the building, that's when I brought my food truck, because I know I wasn't going to open right away. This was going to take some time.
So you already had the building and you was parked. Yeah. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought you parked there and then said, you know what, I'm trying to get
there. When I parked there, I already had bought the building.
Got you.
Because that was my intention. Okay, I bought the building. I'm parking the truck. I'm going to build customers. I'm going to let them know that one day we're going to open that place up. When, I don't know. But, my goal was a year later, but things don't happen the way we want to sometimes. It happened 18 months later.
Well, you blew up, man, and I need a favor from you. Save some of your customers for me. Let me have some of them, man. See, every time I go by there, that whole parking lot, I was like, man, look at this dude. Good for him, man. It's it blew up, because I remember just the food truck and the parking lot was full. Now you got an actual brick and mortar, and it's dope in there. Like, I love it in there.
Yeah, thank you.
So like your salsa bar and all that stuff, man, I go in there and I just be killing.
Yep. And then, it took us 18 months. And then when it was like a month to open, when my customers came, hey, they like him. Hey, we're going to build a place inside. And I would take some customers inside to check it out. We weren't done yet, but I tell them, we're working on this. A lot of stuff. It was, a lot of electrical, plumbing, and
I bet.
it's worth it. It's worth it. And when we were a month away, we moved the food truck. I moved the food truck because they were going to do the floor, and the guy didn't want nobody to step on it. So I let a lot of my customers know that we were going to be gone for like a month, or we're actually gone for 2 months.
I remember that.
But I had some signs out there that said coming soon. And, and when we were I moved the food truck to Kearney. I have that food truck over there, but I'm getting ready to bring it back to Lincoln. And we're building another one for Kearney just to stay in Kearney.
Oh, okay.
I'm bringing that old food truck back, and my goal right now is Husker games.
Mhm.
And then after Husker games, I'm probably going to look for a spot on the south side of Lincoln and park that food truck out there. I don't know where yet, but I have a lot of customers from the south side that come during lunchtime, dinner time, but we're missing out on a lot of more because a lot of, they're like, it's 20 minutes to get here,
Mhm.
20 minutes back, get in line. So,
No, I get it.
I
I get it.
understand them, and I'm like, I'm working on it. I'm bringing my food truck back, and I'll look for a spot somewhere on the south side, park it out there, and see what happens.
So that's my goal, man, is to eventually be on the south side. Because like you, I got a lot of customers,
Yeah.
and they'll come in every once in a while, every so often. And it's like, it's just so far
Yep.
to come, and then they
Yep.
got to go all the way
Yep.
back. By the time they get home, their food's
Yep.
cold and stuff like that.
No,
So
and I totally understand it, but I like that building because it had a big parking,
Mhm.
and it was a perfect size what I was looking for. So, and I looked around, and it was just there was nothing, or it was over too crowded, no parking,
Yeah.
and the rent was really high.
I bet. So now before you got the brick and mortar, and like when you was in the actual market, what did you ever have a desire to cook? I mean, was that ever on the radar?
No, honestly, it wasn't. I mean,
Okay.
my mom's she's the one with the recipes. She can cook, and but I never really. My intention, as I grew up, I always wanted to be a business owner because my family in Grand Island, most of them they all have their own business. I got into business. My uncle, I worked for him when I was in high school. He owns a restaurant with a store.
Okay.
So I worked for him during high school. I would be cashier. I would be waitress. I would put vegetables.
Mhm.
I would do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And me and my brother would work there. And I told him one day my goal is to open our own market,
Mhm.
So we did end up opening our market, but like they say, when one door closes, another one opens,
Exactly.
And we ended up opening it, and then we ended up closing that door and got with the food. My mom's the one that showed us the salsas, the birria sauce, the rice, the beans. She knew how to cook, but we're guys. We're just like, I don't know. I mean, I didn't really want to do it, but
Yeah.
this is what made me now. So I'm like, so we love it. So now it's like, now that you do it every day, it's not bad.
Right. My mom used to cook. My dad was a good cook, but I honestly believe that God gives each and every individual on this planet a gift.
Yep.
And cooking was mine because that's all I ever wanted to do as a little kid is cook. So, my mom would be cooking. I'd try to get in the kitchen to help her and try to add my own things to it. And
Yep.
then I would take what she was doing as I got older. And I was like, I remember mom made this, but I'm going to make it like this and add this and this. And so it was just something different. So I just always had that passion.
And I just think, it runs in my family, not only my mom, but on my dad's side of the family, they're the ones that live in Grand Island. And I got two aunts that own food trucks.
Mhm.
And I got an uncle that has a restaurant, and then another uncle that has a restaurant in Hastings. And I mean, they all do well. And I think it just runs in our family. We just,
Yeah.
that's
No,
a
is
good
it all the
recipe.
same sort of food, or is it different foods?
Different, yeah, well, yeah, tacos, burritos,
Okay. All right.
just own names,
Mhm.
own names, but yeah, same kind of. They don't do more birria tacos. They do kind of like just burritos, tortas, and sopes, but they got good food too. And they got waters, aguas and frescas, and yeah.
Yeah, well, I only have people on the show, man, that I can actually, because I don't want to lie to my customers or lie to people that's listening to me, man. And so I only have people on here who makes like genuine food that I can stand behind, man. And you got that. Your food is just, it's up there. Like you and Jordan from Birria Boss,
Yes.
you guys are taking over Lincoln, man. You guys are top notch, and that's real talk. My son-in-law Adrian, Adrian.
Yes.
So he's the first one to introduce me to you or whatever. Well, your food. And I remember he used to come in, and so it was the, how do you say it? The tacos Islama?
La Isla.
Isla,
Yeah.
and that's the one with the birria and the shrimp, correct? Or is
So
that
that one's really similar. So one day, me and my brother were like, you know what, we need it. So that the birria, I mean, yeah, those come from Southern California, but that taco La Isla, me and my brother came up with that taco.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we're like, you know what? Instead of putting birria in there, why don't we put steak?
Mhm.
And then when the steak, let's grab shrimp and let's throw salsa. It's like a sauce that goes on your shrimp. And let's try it, we'll call it Taco La Isla, and we'll give you a broth because it comes with like, it's the same style of the tortilla is the same style. The difference is just steak with shrimp. Yeah.
Got it.
And they liked it, man. It's a good one. It's a good hitter too.
Right on. All right, folks, we're going to pay some bills and we'll be right back after these messages.
MHC isn't new, just a new name. Mo's Moving is now Mo's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered. Specializing in home, apartments, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can also handle your commercial moves as well. There's never fees on trucks, stairs, elevators, long carry, and last-minute booking, and no trip or fuel charges. Also no upcharge on weekends, and they do offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
We interrupt this commercial break for an important story.
There once was a man from Nebraska who went searching for food in Alaska. When his stomach was rumbling while laying in bed, he could think of only one option, Führer's cheese spread. So he left at once and drove day and night to return back home for cheese spread delight. Now his stomach is full and the voice in his head tells him no more vacations without Führer's cheese spread. Find yours today at most local grocers.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2. Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
Life changes, and sometimes that means changing where you call home. Whether you're downsizing, growing your family, relocating, or facing tough times, you shouldn't navigate it alone. I'm Laura Bonta-Bush with Woods Bros Realty, and I'm here to guide you with all your real estate needs. As wife of football coach Bill Bush, I understand the importance of teamwork and making sure you are supported every step of the way with honesty, integrity, and compassion. If you're looking for a game plan to buy or sell your home, text or call me at 402-525-0843. That's 402-525-0843.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Hopefully you and I agree that you should do everything you can to save your marriage. Divorce is hard, expensive, and its outcome is usually not all you hope for. However, when doing everything has failed, when divorce remains as your last option, consider Cordell & Cordell as your first choice to help you through the divorce process to a better place on the other side. We've been a partner men can count on for more than 30 years. Let us be that partner for you.
The attorneys at Cordell & Cordell work to help men maximize their role in their children's lives. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Lincoln area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 402-858-3220. That's 402-858-3220. Online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Lincoln. 1221 N Street, Suite 801, Lincoln, Nebraska 68508.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next opportunity? Nebco is hiring. They're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. They offer competitive wages, great benefits, service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Apply today at nebco.com. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for the Nebco shop. Learn more at nebco.com. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at nebco.com.
Back to Chopping It Up with Chubb, the soulful way, with your host, Chef Manuel Chubb Hurd, powered by Nebraska Knockerball, HealthLink, and Coalition Restoration, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Chopping It Up with Chubb, the soulful way, on 93.7 The Ticket. Text in the Starter Heyman Jewelers text line at 402-464-5685. And live stream on YouTube, Allo Cable Channel 961, X, and Facebook. Now, when we left before break, you was talking about the, how you say it? Taco is
Taco La Isla.
La Isla. That's with steak and shrimp. And then you got the tacos Tijuana.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Yep.
Okay. Now what is that? How is that different than the one we was just talking about? Or
Yeah, the difference is the one steak, shrimp, and cheese. The other one's birria and cheese. And I mean, a lot of when we first opened up, we had a lot of confusion because most people know these tacos by birria tacos or quesabirrias. And we're like, told my brother, let's call them tacos Tijuana.
Okay.
Because these tacos, they started making them in Tijuana, and then it just started going to California.
Now, have you ever been to Tijuana?
I never have, but I've heard.
We used to go to Tijuana all the time. So, like I said, I'm from LA, and it was only like a 3-hour drive or whatever. Well, it was it was a 3-hour drive to get to the border, and then you get over the border quick. But coming back, it was like an hour and a half, 2 hours getting back from the border and stuff. But man, they make some bomb food. But we used to like going into Ensenada where the food there was just more places.
Yep. So we let's call them tacos Tijuana. That way we're different than everybody call them quesabirria. So when people would come, they're like, can I get birria tacos? Let's get 3-4 birria tacos. And we were thinking birria tacos for me is like just homemade tortillas with birria. So then we had a lot of people coming back, hey, these don't have cheese. And I told my register, hey, you got to tell them the ones with cheese. And if they say the ones with cheese, just get them used to when they come in that they're going to tell you tacos Tijuana.
Well, and so you guys don't only sell tacos. So so your menu from your truck is a lot different from the menu that's in the actual store.
Yes,
And you guys, man, I think I've had the burritos. I've had the tortas. You have two different kinds of tortas, right?
Yeah, we got a torta regular, just like choice of meat, rice and beans, and it has like lettuce, tomato, onions, avocado, and queso fresco, like a fresh cheese. And then the torta cubana, that one we just made it like 3 months ago. That one's new. One's a monster.
That's the one I like. And folks, when I tell you, they are not greedy with their food. I swear, every time I go in there, I order something, and I can only finish half, no matter what it is. If it's the burrito, the whatever, because I mean, it's just piled with beans. Like there's one, the Cubana is the one that comes with the beans and rice, right?
That one don't, but that one's huge. That one's like there's like 14 items in there. So there's like choice steak, al pastor, eggs, milanesa, sausage, ham, lettuce, tomato, onions, avocado, salsa chipotle, sour cream.
And when I tell you, folks, this food is good, it will make your tongue slap your brains out. So make sure you guys go check them out. And what I like is the strawberry. Is it strawberry water?
Yeah.
And then the like a strawberry cream.
Yep.
And then you got that Coke, the cucumber.
Yeah, we got a cucumber lime, we got a pineapple, and we got a cantaloupe.
Now, the cantaloupe's good too.
Yep.
Now, I want to know whose recipe is it for the menudo?
My mom.
Oh my goodness, man! I need to meet your mom and shake her hand because we get that, and it is so fire.
Yeah,
it is fire.
My mom, she's the one with the recipe, and but she sometimes she'll make a recipe, and then I feel like, hey, you think if I had a little bit of more salt, more garlic, or more onion or something,
just like I used to do,
and she'll be like, it does even taste better,
So now, do you only sell menudo and stuff like that on weekends, or is it?
Menudo is only Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. Yeah. Now, why is that? I notice a lot of like where you go get Mexican food, it's only on weekends. Sometimes I want it on a Wednesday.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Menudo is you gotta make it just like, I mean, you can make it every day, but you're not gonna sell it every day, and then you're gonna be
wasting it,
and then I mean, some places it's not gonna taste. It don't taste the same. You know, always pozole tastes fire the next day. You know,
yeah.
But menudo is different. Like it might taste okay, but it's not the same as it just right on that moment.
Now, if you had your choice and one had to go, pozole or menudo, which one would go?
It just depends. Like I'll be honest with you, like, and the why menudo they sell it more on the weekends because it cures your hangover.
So that's what I use.
So
it for
it's just a Mexican thing that we've always. It's been for years, you know.
But pozole, I mean, they do that too. Like my wife, she's Hispanic, and so they usually make pozole, and pozole is good.
Yeah.
But if I had my choice, if they said, okay, one's got to go, you can only have one forever, I'm going with menudo.
I prefer menudo.
Yeah,
because I can't get tired of menudo. I feel like pozole is fire. Don't get me wrong, but I probably will get tired of it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking about bringing pozole like for just a season, you know.
Yeah.
Like
it's come like October, November.
I would, you know, it gets really cold like January, February, you know.
Yeah.
Like 2 months where it's like stupid cold, you know. That's when you want that, you know. So I'm thinking about bringing it just for like a season, or even have it December, January, February, or something like that, you know.
Well, make sure you let me know. I'm sure you're gonna post it and stuff. But man, I want to come get some. Like I said, when right before my daughter left to have her baby, she was working for me, and every Saturday that was our thing. We looked forward. So on the way to work, I'd call you guys and have it ordered, and she'd go pick it up for us, and we'd just sit there and grub on menudo. And again, you guys give a lot, so I had some for the next freaking day.
Yeah.
I mean, I could never finish anything that I walk out of there with.
Yeah, no. So I mean, one thing about us, our portions are big, you know. And I always, when my employees, I had some employees that I brought from Grand Island that they already knew how our portions are. I had some employees here from Lincoln that they worked here at other restaurants. They said they had experience when they started making their food. I would open them up. I'm like, hey man, I mean, I know you worked over there at that place. That's fine, but you gotta throw more meat. Don't be scared to throw meat. I want customers to leave happy. I want them to be able to take leftovers because you pay for what you're getting, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, don't be scared. Throw meat on the tacos, throw meat on the nachos. I mean, pack these babies up, you know?
So whenever you see me, man, I want you to tell everybody, here he comes, because I'm not going to lie, dog. And so at your salsa bar, you got the grated cheese. Yeah. I'm a cheese person. Dude, I get them tongs, and I just be piling the cheese up on my plate and stuff. And it's like, it's just there or whatever. And I was like, these folks are not greedy over here, because, you know, some people won't even put cheese out like that because it's like an expensive product.
Yep.
But you guys aren't like that, man. And that's what I like about the restaurant.
Yep. I just, you know, the salsa's everything, you know. Well, that's how we started in GI with the smaller one. And I always said, you know, I love when I go to a place, you know, I would hate to say, hey, you got salsa, then they bring you just one red. I like kind of like a buffet, you know, you put in radish, you put in a little bit of pineapple.
Exactly.
I like all that stuff. So, and I'm like, I think people would love it too. And it's just, it's good.
Now the way that it's decorated in there, is that your idea? You and your brothers? Is that a family thing?
So first it was like, we had like a red color. And then me and my brother are like, when we had the snack area, we're like, let's do like a paleteria. And I've seen it like in California, they got like those popsicle places. They're like nice and bright. I'm like, you know what, that'd be a great idea, but with food, you know. And then the goat came from we used to have our logo was a taco. It started with the taco logo. And then a guy got a hold of me from California. He's like, he does logos, Cubs, and all that stuff. He's like, hey man, you want a new logo? I'm like, well, I already got one. He's like, well, your logo's played out. He had me thinking, you know. I'm like, he's right. This taco is played out. I mean, everybody has this logo, you know. So he's like, okay. So then we started talking. I called him. He's like, so what do people love to do in Nebraska? I'm like, I mean, what can I say? I mean, there's not much to do, but people love when the Huskers come and play. I mean, people love that.
Yeah.
He's like, all right. So then he started telling me, what do you sell more? What are you known for? I'm like, I'm known for my birria. Okay. So birria is supposed to be made out of goat.
Goat, yeah.
In Mexico, that's where they make it.
And real barbacoa is
real
goat,
barbacoa,
right?
real birria is made out of goat.
Okay.
But that's in Mexico where, they make it out of goat. Obviously, we're here in the USA. We're not going to go kill goats or anything because all the goats all our meat has to be inspected by USDA.
Correct.
So he's like, all right, I'm going to make you a goat as a logo. I'm like, all right, that's cool. But he decorated him as the Huskers, which was pretty cool. And I'm like, you know what? That looks awesome. That looks nice, but doesn't go with my colors because I'm like lime green and hot pink,
Yeah.
I'm like a taqueria paleteria, which is like a taco shop with an ice cream shop. He's like, oh, okay, that's fine. Then he's decorated that color pink and green. He's like, what do you think? I like it. I've never seen that one around here, So we ended up changing the logo. We ended up changing the sign, shirts, and, stuff like that. We didn't have that much. We didn't have cups or on that yet, but we already had like our shirts or a little bit of stuff. But then she's real too. So I have her in Grand Island.
I seen the goat.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I've seen pictures.
Yeah, she's a little one.
Yeah.
She don't grow. One day I told my brother-in-law, man, I hope I find a real goat, just a little baby one, but I want her all white. Man, I shouldn't have told him because 2 weeks later he calls me, hey, I found one. I'm like,
get it now.
I'm like, nah, no, you didn't. He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, if it ain't white, I don't want it. He's like, it's white. He sent me a picture. I'm like, shoot, he was not playing.
Now you
went to go look at her. The farmer knew my brother-in-law, and I'm like, well, how much you want for it? He's like, give me $80. Hey, give me $80.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, here you go. And I have her in Grand Island right now. She's really great. She's I plan bringing her to Lincoln, so because that's my goal. And but I have her in GI. But where I live here in Lincoln, I don't have a fence.
Okay.
So I don't know how my neighbors are gonna take it without no fence. So
yeah.
Eventually, I'm gonna bring her over here. I already ordered a fence. I think they're supposed to put it next month. I'm gonna bring her over here. Hopefully, Lincoln doesn't. I know I'm not.
People got goats and stuff. But
honestly,
you have to have a goat.
my neighbors all in GI, they know I have a goat. The police even knows I have a goat. Because I had one day I had her tied up outside of my house, and the cop got off, and he thought it was a loose goat in the neighborhood. She didn't see if she was tied up. My son came out. He's like, "How can I help you?" He's like, "Oh, is that a goat?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Oh, nice." He's like, "Never seen a goat in the neighborhood." I'm like, "Yeah, that's my dad's mascot." He's like, "Oh, okay. Thank you. Have a good day." Cops know about it. I even took her to the police station because the police
here.
No, in GI. Okay. I put it on my Facebook. What happened? And the police officer got a hold of me. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna have a meeting this date, this time. Could you please bring that goat into our meeting? That way we can the officer that thought it was a loose goat just get a good laugh,
Yeah.
So I went to the police station. I took the goat, and I mean, she's just like a dog, like a pet. She just eats and drinks water.
Now, is she one of the goats that like to jump on everything?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because some goats like to jump.
She'll jump. She has like a little house. She'll jump on it.
Oh, okay.
But she's not that wild. But she's I plan bringing her to Lincoln. Hopefully, I can bring her over here and maybe, for a good walk, maybe downtown during the Husker games. Or
that'd
something.
That would be dope. Well, do you guys do offer catering and all that? If folks,
I've been offered that a lot. It just depends, if it's 30, 40 people, I can do it. But when we're talking about weddings and quinceañeras, I can't.
Prefer not to.
We're already busy
with
our customers, thank God. And I just don't have the time to do catering because I don't have that much room,
Well, why don't you share with the listeners, like your address, your phone number, your email, all that, how people can get a hold of you and find you.
They can find us on, they can call us. We're located at 4401 North 70th Street, 70th and Havelock, green, bright building on the corner. You can't miss it.
If you do, you're blind.
Yeah, and then you can find us on Google, Taco Los Hermanos Lincoln, or Facebook, Taco Los Hermanos Lincoln. Make sure you put Lincoln because you might get, we got two Facebooks. So Taco Los Hermanos GI, that's in Grand Island, and Taco Los Hermanos Lincoln. So there's two Facebooks. Make sure you click the one on Lincoln. And there is the number on there. The number is 402-413-2840. You can call in for an order and pick it up. We have DoorDash available, or you can dine in. And hopefully this fall, we can have our drive-through ready to roll. I'm working on it already, but it's still a few things to do. So hopefully by fall it's ready.
Right on. All right, folks, will you stay tuned? We're going to pay some bills and we'll be right back.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Make bill paying a breeze with Text to Pay. LES texts you 1 week before your bill's due date. Just reply to the text to pay. It's that easy. Log into your account at les.com to sign up today.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
When opportunity knocks, you don't want to miss the call. Hamilton Business Technologies makes communication easy and efficient using customized technology, all while putting people first. Whether you're working from the office, at home, or on the go, Hamilton Business Technologies equips your business with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next opportunity? Nebco is hiring. They're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. They offer competitive wages, great benefits, service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Apply today at nebco.com. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for the Nebco shop. Learn more at nebco.com. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at nebco.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old-fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
MHC isn't new, just a new name. Mo's Moving is now Mo's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered. Specializing in home, apartments, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can also handle your commercial moves as well. There's never fees on trucks, stairs, elevators, long carry, and last-minute booking, and no trip or fuel charges. Also no upcharge on weekends, and they do offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934. 8934 HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Doren. God bless you.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Back to Chopping It Up with Chubb, the soulful way, with your host, Chef Manuel Chubb Hurd, powered by Nebraska Knockerball, HealthLink, and Coalition Restoration, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to Chopping It Up with Chubb, the soulful way, on 93.7 The Ticket. Text in the Starter Heyman Jewelers text line at 402-464-5685. Or stream us live on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Allo Cable Channel 961. Guthrie, it was a pleasure, man. I appreciate hearing your story and having you on the show, man. And we've been, like I said, we've been trying to chop it up, man. I remember I walked into the restaurant and I was like, "Are you available this week?" You was in there hanging the vinyl, the things on your with the goat.
Yeah,
you remember that? You was up on the ladder and stuff. And
oh,
he was like,
yeah,
"Well, try this, man." And we just kept missing each other, man. But I'm finally glad that you got a chance to be on the show, man, because the greatest part about this is just introducing Lincoln to a lot of the local people. So there's a lot of people that still haven't heard of me, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that still haven't heard of you. And so hopefully we introduce you to a lot of people, man. And I thank you. I love hearing your story. And once again, for the listeners that just tuned in, why don't you give them the information again? Facebook address,
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. If you do TikTok, we're on TikTok too. Instagram, Facebook, Google. I mean, you can find us. You were asking me earlier if we did catering. Just, if it's about 30, 40 people, we can do it. We do taco boxes. That's our one big hit. So, Husker games season is coming. Everybody does pizza. Well, come get a taco box. It has 25 street tacos, rice, beans, onions, cilantro, limes, green sauce, red sauce, guacamole, chips, and salsa. And we have the Tijuana tacos, the ones with birria and cheese, or we have regular tacos. So you can choose Tijuana taco box or a regular taco box. The difference is the regular taco box is street tacos, choice of meat, steak, chicken, birria, chorizo, pollo. And then the Tijuana taco box is birria and cheese. Or we got a pizza birria too.
Which is bomb.
It's the two flour tortillas, birria cheese, cut it in 8 pieces, and French fries on the side, and 3 different types of salsa in the broth. Because if you're eating birria and you're not drinking the broth, then you ain't eating birria.
Exactly. We have any shout outs, man?
Yeah, man. A shout out to Soulful Cocina. Thank you for having me here. I really appreciate it. You guys gotta go check his place out. He has great barbecue and wings. So come to Havelock and visit us, guys. We're just not too far from each other. So if somebody's craving taco and somebody's craving barbecue, it's all in one block.
Yep, you get 2 for 1 right there.
Yeah, appreciate you for bringing me here. And
you got it.
A shout out to my wife and my kids for supporting me, my mom, my dad, for making this dream come true. And I'm just ready for see what's next here in Lincoln. And thank you, Lincoln, for all the support we've had here. I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, thank you.
And folks, your boy Chubb stands on business when I tell you this man here, his restaurant is off the chain. I can't say eat a whole meal, but I can eat a bunch of half a meals and finish the rest later. And remember that Soulful Cocina, you come see us. We're on 6105 Havelock Avenue and the corner of 61st and Havelock. And remember, here at Soulful Cocina, food's so good, everybody feels the soul. You dig?